Hello everyone, Dave Barton here. First of all, Christmas season is upon us. Santa Claus Parade was last week. Unbelievable, we had a great time. Want to thank our amazing fire department, our public works team, and all of our staff members that worked to make this happen. It was just a great time. I also want to thank Councillor Willie Pop. Willie, you were our council rep. You did the vast majority of the work from a council perspective on this, and you have some things, other people to thank. So why don't you jump in?
Yeah, Christmas is about giving thanks for sure, Mayor Dave. Thank you. And first off, thank you to our Santa Claus Parade Committee, largely comprised of staff with a couple others, Lee Fisher, Alicia Van Nieuwenhof, Adam Ruppel, who did a tremendous job in continuing to bring a heightened experience for the Santa Claus Parade. Weather got a little dicey there for a sec, a couple rumbles along the way, but just in a couple drops, but then it kind of eased off and kind of got there. So to your point, it was a great day. We're so thankful for it, and we couldn't have done it without some of the sponsors that we had, Mayor Dave. So if you wanted to kind of have a peek with me and mention some of them along the way.
Sure, so we'll start out with 105.5, Second Wedge, New Union, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Cindy Wood always steps up in huge ways, so thanks to Cindy Wood and the entire team. We've got Green Block Landscape and the DRPS.
Looking down the bottom there, we've got North Durham Chamber, we've got CGR Contracting, Rona. Load local closures were in effect by those public works guys, and we appreciate that. Willie should just stop reading what's on the page and really just look at the sponsors. Baldwin Sales, GIP, and of course the Township of Uxbridge contributed a great deal. The BIA continues to support, and the one thing that I did hear was that after the event that most shops were busy throughout the day. So thank you for all that came out. We hope you enjoyed the Santa Claus Parade, and we hope to see you again next year.
And just one more little highlight. We want you to keep collecting those ribbons that we hand out. Those are manufactured by Baldwin Sales right across the road from the township office. Thanks to Paul from Baldwin Sales for giving us a great deal. And then the bill was even about half as big as we expected. And that's because our friend Adam Ruppel, who also helped out in a huge way in the committee, he also funded half of it. So hey, thanks to those guys.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm up here at our fire hall and I'm talking about road safety and making sure that if you see flashing lights, whether it's a fire truck, a tow truck, a police vehicle, or if we pivot just a little bit, one of the ambulances that are sharing space here, we want to make sure that the men and women that are in these vehicles are as safe as they can possibly be. So obviously if you're on a major road, give them, and the road is open, move over as much as you can. But if you're on one of the smaller local roads, especially in the winter season when it could be icy or snowy, slow down so much. You know, we had an incident last week where 3 of our firefighters were seriously injured. Fortunately, 2 of those firefighters are now home and recuperating at home. 1 of those firefighters remains in hospital. 1 injury is far too many. Please make sure our tow truck operators, our police officers, our paramedics, and our fire team are safe. Slow down, drive safely, give them tons of room. Also, if you're driving on our roads and it's snowy, the major routes, 47, Brock Road, Lake Ridge, those types of Sanford, those roads are designed for traffic. They're monitored 24 hours a day. Those roads will always be in better condition. If you think of the 6th Concession, Wag Road, Davis, like the side roads that they quite recently were, those are local roads to service those local residents. Think of them as a subdivision road. If you're traveling in bad weather, stay on major routes. They will always be in better condition. And they have wider shoulders. They are way safer, especially when bad things happen, than our small little roads that are very, very narrow. So please be safe. We do not want another emergency services personnel to ever get injured in Uxbridge. Thank you. Hello everyone, just to follow up, we have some questions, so we're going to answer those from my office here. First question is,
what is happening with the train station? Are the trains being moved? And what is the plan for the train station in Trail Yard?
Yeah, so we've been pushing to get this area cleaned up for a long time. the trains have been moving out slowly. There's a lot of work to get them ready. Some of them are being kind of scrapped on site, and others they have to get the tracks ready to move them to other locations. I'm being told that the trains will be gone by the end of the year. I don't actually believe it, but I expect that they'll be gone by spring. And then we are in negotiations. Most of the train yard is owned by Metrolinx, and we are trying to secure a long-term lease of those spaces. Because it's right in the middle of our downtown, we want to make sure that it's being used really effectively by the community. So kind of more farmers market, more events, things like that in that space. We're also going through for a rural economic development grant through the province to find out long-term what the community thinks those spaces should be. So we're going through that process now. That's going to take a bit of time, but just know that we want to do this, we want to do it right. And part of that's getting kind of all the junk moved out of there and some of the good assets like the trains. But the other part is the long-term vision for the property. Okay, next question.
The next question is, I read something about a report from the Integrity Commissioner. What can you tell me about that?
So this happened, we're filming this on Thursday the 20th. So this past Monday, I think it was the 17th, this came forward to council. All of that information is on our website, but there was an integrity complaint launched from staff members at the municipality about Councillor Snooks. And we went through a process at council that was actually pretty disappointing. It was unfortunately Councillor Snooks talked more about the process and sort of how he felt he was harmed, and less about the impact his actions had on our staff members. And in every facility, we have this that talks about a respectful workplace, and sort of how we expect our staff to be treated by members of the public, but also from each other, and especially from my team on council. So we need to make sure that we're doing everything we possibly can to, first of all, safe workplaces is important, but what's so much more important is that everyone who comes to work here feel inspired, be able to bring their complete selves to work, and that this is the place where they're launching their current career here, but also that we can be a place where people can learn and grow and do amazing things when they leave here. It should be an inspired workplace. And if any member of my team from a council perspective are stopping people from doing that, I apologize profusely. And I will do everything within my power to make sure that gets fixed. Thank you very much. Also encourage you all to ask more questions. We want more on the agenda, more of those things you have questions about. So mayor@oxbridge.ca for your questions. Thanks for listening. Take care.